Everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I am always on the hunt for great cards. Today is Monday, and that is traditionally a mail day on this channel, and I do have some mail to show you, some cards that I picked up online over the last few months that thought you might like to see and that I am excited to get into and open up. And also in the mail, I wanted to show you a book that I ordered in the mail. I can't unbox it for you. It was in an Amazon box, and my wife got to it before I did, and there was a whole bunch of other stuff in there anyway that you wouldn't have wanted to see. All of my denture cream and underwear and things like that. Nobody needs to see that on this channel, certainly, but you might like to see this. I just picked this up. It is Why We Love Baseball. It's a history of baseball in 50 specific moments from baseball history, and it's by the sports writer Joe Posnanski, who I'm just finishing his previous book. He did a very critically acclaimed book before this, and I can show you the cover. It's the Baseball 100, and it's not an invisible book. I just have the actual book in my car because I've been reading it in the school pickup line whenever I'm waiting for my son to come out, and it's a tome. I'll tell you this. The Baseball 100 is an 800 plus page book, which is a little bigger than what I usually want to take on, but it's very good. I've been enjoying it a lot. It's kind of a tricky book. He ranks, in his opinion, the top 100 players in baseball history, and he ranks them in the order that he thinks they deserve to be in. And it's a little bit of a tricky book. He definitely makes some choices that I don't agree with. He makes some choices that I very much agree with, and his ranking, sometimes I think, oh, well, that player is not better than that player, or, something like that. But mostly I think he's, pretty in line. I don't feel like, it's that far off or anything like that. I think he's mostly pretty in line. And he does an interesting thing. He does not include in the Baseball 100, in this book, he does not include a table of contents. So you can't just pick up the book and look through it, for the table of contents and think, oh, okay, I want to see the 100 players he included, and kind of be like, oh, I don't agree with that, or I don't agree with that. You actually have to page through the book or read the book, as I am doing, and I'm trying not to look ahead, so I don't know who else is in there. I'm almost done. I only have I think 3 players left, the top 3 players, and so I'm just, I know who he hasn't named yet that are big players, and I'm assuming that he's going to have them up there in that whatever order he has them in, but it's been an enjoyable book, enjoyable enough that I decided to get this one as well, and I hope it is also good. This one does have a table of contents, and I looked at it after it came out of the box. My wife kind of stacked everything up, and I walked in and saw it, and it has some that I really am not that familiar with. It has some that you would expect to be in here, like Cal Ripken passes Gehrig and things like that, the Mazeroski home run, Willie Mays' catch, stuff like that. But it has a lot of other stuff in here that I don't recognize by the title. I'm not really sure what he's even referring to with some of these. So very interesting to see those, and they're categorized in interesting ways too. There are 5 unlikely home runs, 5 loud home runs, 5 barehanded plays, 5 pitching oddities, things like that. And then even, 5 pitching oddities is right here, but there's only 2 items under that, so I'm not really sure how he figures that. That's kind of confusing to me, but I'm looking forward to reading it. This is also pretty big. It's nowhere near as big as the Baseball 100. I think this is only about 400 pages, not even that, about 350 pages. So this will be like a walk in the park, but I am looking very forward to it. And if you've read it already, or if you've read either one of those, I would love to know what you thought of them, and kind of just talk to you in the comments about what your opinions were on them, because I don't know, I find his writing to be pretty good. It's a little, how would I describe it? It's very, very well researched. The guy really, really knows baseball. It's extremely well researched, and you can tell he, because of his position as one of the nation's leading sports writers, he's met a ton of players and spent a lot of time with a lot of players and coaches, and just really knows the game inside and out. But he's also done quite a lot of research, so it's a very, very well-informed book. I think at times it's a little bit maybe overly nostalgic, I guess is the way I would describe it. Not that I, have any problem with him talking about, old stuff in baseball. That's my favorite, stuff to talk about too. But sometimes he talks about it in a way that just to me feels a little bit, I guess, sappy is the word I'm looking for. And I'm not really as into that. I just, for whatever reason, I'm not as into that. But he doesn't do that too much. And when it happens, it's okay. It's not in any way taking away from my enjoyment of the book. That's for sure. So I'm looking forward to reading Why We Love Baseball, and seeing what the 50 moments in baseball history are that he chose. I'll probably take that on vacation with me at the end of this month. For the first couple weeks in June, I will be on vacation with my son and my wife's parents. So it's likely in our family because I love my wife's parents and we do things all the time. But my wife will be here taking care of the 2-year-old, my daughter, and we will be off on a vacation. But I'm going to preload some episodes so that there will be episodes going up then. There won't be as many during those first couple of weeks in June, but they will be going up, and make what you will out of them. I'll be filming them this week and next week, actually. So there'll be episodes from the past when you see them, but they will be new to you. So who knows how that will go. We'll figure it out then. In any event, I have 2 cards to show you from the mail. I got the book in the mail and I got these 2 cards in the mail. These came in the mail quite a while ago. This one appears to be from February, and this one is from March. So as you guys know, I've told you this the last couple of times I've opened things that I've purchased online, that I tend to buy singles in January, February, somewhere around then, and I find that to be a really, I think it's the best time to buy singles personally, because I'm going to need scissors for this, because the card prices for baseball cards are just cheaper then. Historically, I've always found that to be true, and so that's just the period in my life, or the period of the year, I guess, when I feel most interested, and cut my finger off if I don't do this more carefully. That's when I generally am a little more active in terms of buying singles. I really don't buy singles during baseball season. I don't find that to be a good time of year to buy singles at all. But I know some people buy singles all year round. That's just not how I operate. So let's get into this one. This is an Orioles card. If you follow the channel, you know I do collect Orioles, and they are my team in baseball, so to speak. This is a very unusual card, and it's one that I was not really aware of. So I'm curious to see it. And this is a Brooks Robinson card. It is a numbered card, and this came from a set that is a very unusual set that I've never opened any of. Not sure if you can see that, but it is numbered to 65 down here in this area. Light is sort of catching it there. You can see it. Anyway, it's a very pretty card. It's an orange color match parallel, which you guys know I like a lot. And you pull these out of what are called Topps Rip cards. So these are larger, more normal sized cards, but then you can open the normal sized cards up from the back. You can rip them apart essentially, and inside of the rip cards are, I think, 2 or 3 of these mini cards. And it's a very weird product. I've never opened it. I haven't really ever been that interested in opening it, quite honestly. You're kind of destroying one card to get at some others, and that whole dichotomy just feels weird to me. I don't know. I'm not comfortable with it. So I've never opened that product. Maybe one day I'll get it on the channel just to experience it and see what it's like. But anyway, I saw this card was from one of those Topps Rip sets, and I liked it a lot. And I've never seen it before, and I like that it's an orange color match. You guys know how I feel about the color matches, so I couldn't resist that. So that is one I picked up. This one is another player that you guys know that I collect. It will not surprise you that I was interested in getting this particular card, and I believe it is also a numbered card, if it's the card that I think it is. It's hard for me. Sometimes I write on the back when it comes in which card it is, because I know I'm going to wait and open it on the channel. And then other times I think, well, no, I'll not do that. And actually, no, this is not the card that I thought it was, or maybe it is. I don't know. Not sure what's going on here. I think it's the card that I thought it was. We'll find out. This should have only been one card, so I think this seller gave me some bonus cards. Gave me a lot of bonus cards, and they're all Orioles. Wow, this is nuts. Now that I'm thinking about this, I believe this seller emailed me after I bought it. I bought this on eBay, and I think the seller asked me what my favorite team was. And I told him, but I didn't know he was going to include bonus cards, which is awesome. I'm going to have to get back in contact with him and thank him for this and let him know that I opened this on the channel. And you know what? I'll figure out what eBay seller it is. I should have did this before I started the episode, but I will find out what eBay seller sent me this, and I will put his name in the description box below so you can check out what he's selling. He had a lot of good stuff for sale when I bought the card that I think is in here. But these Orioles cards, I'm just going to check this. Yeah, this is the card that I thought it was. I'm going to set that over here, and then I'll show you these bonus cards. These are all bonus cards that I absolutely was not expecting, as you can probably tell. So it's a beautiful Brooks. Is that I don't know if that's a gold parallel or not, but that's a beautiful card. Man, I do not have that, and that's really a lovely card. That's a Topps Chrome insert card, and what a nice card. That's awesome. Really like that card a lot. Here's Enrique Bradfield Jr., and this is Bowman's Best. Another beautiful card. I mean, really, really nice design, very pretty card. I don't know that I opened more than one box of Bowman's Best last year, so this is definitely a card I do not have. And here's Grayson Rodriguez. This is not last year then. This is probably the year before that. Yeah, it looks like this is 2020. No, 2023. That would have been last year. Yeah, I don't think I have that one either. So that's sweet. And Gunnar Henderson, man, that's a big card. Bowman's Best Rookie of Gunnar Henderson. That is awesome. Wow, that's a huge card. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to thank this guy. That is fantastic. And I will link to his eBay store in the description below so you can check him out too. He's definitely somebody that I will buy from again, or try to, if he's... And an Adley Rutschman rookie as well. This is nuts. Wow, beautiful, beautiful cards from Bowman's Best. And like I said, I did not open much of that product at all last year, so I know I don't have these. This is fantastic, my goodness. And Youthquake, that's a cool card of Kyle Stowers. This is a Topps Chrome insert as well, and that's another rookie Orioles card. That's a big card. Man, these are great. That is awesome. The Youthquake insert, just to clarify for anybody who is confused about it, has nothing to do with the Dead or Alive album from the 80s, also called Youthquake. Has nothing to do with that. Pete Burns is not on this card. It's Kyle Stowers, just in case anybody was confused. That's clarified for you. So anyway, these were bonus cards. None of these cards were cards that I even knew I was going to get. These are all bonus cards. I want to spread them out because these are beautiful cards. The card that I actually bought is this one, which is not an Oriole. It is Shohei Ohtani, and this is a beautiful card, and it is numbered to 5. Let's see if I can get the camera to show you that. There it is. So that is number 2 out of 5, and it is a red color match to his Angels uniform, and that came out. This card came out last year, and it's quite a... I think it's a beautiful card. I really, as soon as I saw it, I thought, well, I've never seen that, and that is one I would really like to add to my collection. Anytime I can get an Ohtani that is a very low-numbered card out of 5 or something like that, I mean, to me, you can't really go wrong with that. I think that's a beauty, and I'm very happy to own that. Very, very nice card. So, and that's the one that I bought, and I was actually pretty happy with it. This was on auction. This was not something that the seller put up as a buy it now, which I really like as well. I find it hard to come across cards that are kind of, things that I'm looking for, things that I'm excited about, because they're not usually put up for auction. Usually people put them up for these exorbitant buy it nows, and then, you try to make offers, and I don't know what they're waiting for, but they never take the offers, or they rarely do. So I was delighted to see this at auction, and I got a nice price on this. And Ohtani out of 5 is tough to beat, and it's a color match too, which I collect, as you guys know. So very sweet. That is awesome. I'm going to put this seller's name in the description box so you can check out his store. And if he watches this, a huge thank you. Man, these are awesome cards. Very, very grateful for that. And there's the mail day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Kind of an unusual one because I showed a book, but I do read every day, and I enjoy reading, and always has, and my son reads every day as well. The pack opening machine is a huge reader, much like myself. So yeah, maybe one day he will read the Baseball 100 and why we love baseball as well, but I think it's a little advanced for him now. Hope you guys are having a great start to the week. It is Monday, and I hope you had a great weekend. The weather was beautiful here, and it's going to supposedly be that way all week here, which is awesome. We finally get some spring weather here. My son pretty much lived outside the entire weekend. It was difficult to get them to come back in at the end of the day, which is awesome. That's how life should be in the spring and summer. So I will see you back here tomorrow. It is Tuesdays with Walter tomorrow, so I have no idea what I'm going to open, but it should be a lot of fun, and I will see you back here then. Hit that thumbs up for this if you don't mind. It helps the channel a lot, and I will see you back here tomorrow. As always, happy collecting.